there were two things that stood out for me, I suppose, this week. One was, I guess, a milestone, and the other, well, it was just hilarious. Anybody who's been following the video posts or the blog would know that Mum has Alzheimer's, and that my siblings and I take turns in looking after her in her own home. And up until now, or up until recently, I've been doing Sundays. And now I'm doing kind of Friday into Saturday. But in Mum's mind, I'm associated permanently with Sundays, and Sundays are permanently associated with a certain green suit. It's her Sunday suit. So the problem has been that my sisters are able to be in the room with her and get her dressed, but I can't, because Mum's still very, dignified, and, you're a boy, you've got to get out of the room. So every time that I pick out clothes with her, because she's very kind of fashion conscious and knows what she wants to wear, I lay them all out on the bed and then leave the room, and inevitably when I come in, she's got the freaking she's got the green suit on. So I've been kind of racking my brains to think, how can I get around this? And I finally came up with a solution. So this Saturday morning, when we woke up, I went into the ensuite and I filled up the soapy water in the sink and got her towel ready and all that kind of thing. And then we picked out together a really nice blue print skirt and a blue blouse and a blue cardigan. But instead of laying them on the bed, I went outside of the room and I took them with me. So first thing, I got her to throw out the clothes, her night clothes that she'd taken off, to make sure she was actually undressed and washing. So they came flying out, and then I could hear her splashing happily about. And then she says, "Oh, where are my clothes?" So I said, "Okay, you're dry and you're ready." And she says, "Yeah." So I opened the door a little crack, and she says, "Don't come in." I said, No, I'm not coming in. I'm just giving you the clothes." So I handed her underwear. So off she went, and I could hear her moving around. And I said, "Are you ready?" And she says, almost. And then she says, okay, I have the underwear on. So then I repeated the process, and I handed her in the blouse. So then I handed in the skirt, and, I could hear her moving around, getting that done. So I said, here's the cardigan. And I handed her in the cardigan. And then she says, what shoes will I wear? So I said, well, Mum, can I come in now and I can help you pick the shoes? So she says, okay. So I opened the door, and there she is in the green suit, like head to toe dressed in the green suit. And there's no sign of the blue clothes that I've been handing into her. I found them later and stuffed into a drawer. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing was, in college, I had a free class. So I went into a coffee shop and sat down, and I kind of thought, right, this is a stolen hour that I wasn't expecting. So I'm going to do something for me, So I pulled up the laptop, and I've been working on the story of the Pins and Needles sequel, Sticks and Stones, in my mind for weeks now, and I have it all kind of plotted out. There was kind of is it going to come out? Is it going to work? Because it's one thing having it in your head, but I started to write the book, and I wrote the first passage, the opening passage, and I read it back, and I was really happy with it. And it was just, I know it's a small thing, it's like a page or a couple of pages, but it's a really, really big milestone, I think. And so I had a copy of Pins and Needles, the first book, in my bag, and I took it out, and in this particular cafe there's a library shelves with just random books from travelling in Ireland to Dan Brown or whatever. So I opened up the Pins and Needles, and I wrote on the inside, here today, and I dated it and signed it, I started the sequel, Sticks and Stones. And then I closed it, and when nobody was looking, I just stuffed it into the library shelf. So I guess it may just sit there forever, and nobody may ever take it down. But I kind of, there is that possibility that somebody will see that and kind of see some significance in that and keep it. And, who knows, the next book could be a great hit, and that book might, show up on eBay worth money someday. So so somewhere in Dublin in a cafe there's a copy of Pins and Needles that's now unique, and that's been my week's highlights. Here's where you'll find me on social media, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe just down here. Thanks a million.